Hello, everyone. I want to chat with you guys a little bit about a case study. I think that it's really valuable for people to learn from each other and from others who have walked before them. And so I'm going to share a case study of a client of mine, although I'm going to change her name, and her name is going to be Courtney in this video, even though that is not her name. I just picked that up the fly top of my head. I guess I should introduce myself as well. My name is Natalie Pelto. I am a certified advanced brain development with nutrition advisor. And I'm going to chat with you guys about something that's really powerful. So you guys can kind of see the progression of where and how it looks to change to kind of do what I like to call a lifestyle intervention. And people always have this like negative cognitive reaction to this because we have learned that interventions basically had to do with usually bad habits, which it kind of does. Not all habits are drug related or alcohol related. Some habits are just food related. So let's talk a little bit about Courtney and what she did and how she turned her life around, and her little one is now singing and saying songs and interacting, and was originally living in his own world in his own bubble. So at the beginning of when I met Courtney, she understood quite a bit. She was actually quite smart. She reminded me a lot of me, not that I'm tooting my own horn with the smarts, but very research-based, really interesting, and really understood that somewhere along the line, she had 3 children. Just her last one happened to have a nonverbal autism diagnosis. And so when Courtney found me, we had a connection call, and we really dove into just a few tips of what she could do moving forward to make a shift. It was a small thing, but it had a big impact because she realized when we did that. So the one thing that we talked about in this case study was not about, she knew it was the food, right? Like she was very conscious of toxicity. She had not a lot of toxins in her home, but she was really struggling with the food. And her son liked, very specifically, like most autistic kids, carbs. And so he liked pancakes and was very particular and picky. So we suggested after chatting that she could bring in maybe some vegetables in the pancakes, just a little bit, and then progressively elevate that. So from there, Courtney just exploded in this amazing shift where she took that one little piece of information that we worked through and she multiplied it. And she started to track her progress, and she started to see the differences. And she realized that she was not, number one, not going to find a fast answer. That's a really good takeaway from this video. Number 2, she realized that plants were medicine and that she had to find a way to get them into her child. And that's a huge takeaway. And number 3, she realized that her mindset had to be on point for all of that, and that she had to let things go and stop bringing in high expectation. And what happened progressively over the next, I'll say 6 months, is a complete transformation of what was being fed in the home, what was being incorporated in multiple different meals. And guess what that little boy did? He was amazing. He started to just naturally start to choose other foods, just because he was starting to be more exposed to the fact that different foods were okay in many different settings. So hopefully that gives you guys this case study. This little boy is saying words, things that they were expecting possibly never to have. And it is, again, a similar story to my journey. So she saw some big progress in actually a pretty short amount of time. So in 6 months, she saw big progress. And Courtney took imperfect action. That's what she did. That was very different from what a lot of parents get stuck on, like myself at the beginning, was the research, trying to figure it all out, and not believing that lifestyle could have that much impact because people didn't tell me that it could. And I wish that they did, because it was the thing that made all the other therapies come together and work well. So it was like the bridge that linked them all together and gave my child, as well as other child like Courtney's, a voice. So I hope that helps you out. Enjoy a quick little sheet underneath to see how your lifestyle wraps around it.